Hey, check it out. I had another word. I'm just going to go ahead and run it back because that's what I do. Gratitude, are we here for it? Once again, start your day with gratitude. 5 things that you're thankful for. 5. It don't got to be 6. You can add it throughout the day or multiply it throughout the day. It's up to you. Start your day looking around at what you didn't have because somebody don't have it. You're breathing, that's a blessing. You breathing on your own, that's a blessing. You functioning on your own, that's a blessing. You have a job, organs, activity of limbs, that's a blessing. Yeah, you guessed it. That's a blessing. And yet, you grouchy. What you mad about? And what you really mad about? You got options of clothes to wear, shoes to wear, food, insulation, and you still mad. You big mad. You grumpy. But you look around, everything that you have is a blessing. Be thankful. 5 things you're thankful for. And throughout the day, start to magnify those moments, the people that in your life, the choice that you make, the doors that open, the doors that close. They all blessings. I remember this saying where it went, I used to complain about my feet until I met a person with no shoes. We're going to run it back. I used to complain about my feet until I met a person with no shoes. Until I met a person with no shoes. Small things to celebrate. Kids, I was in an orphanage, was explaining about a wish list of what they wanted. One asked for a mom. Another one asked for a blanket. Another one asked for a pillow. You see the simple things? Health matters, time matters, energy matters. We don't realize how blessed and how we are. Us Americans are so ungrateful. We're so ungrateful. People in mud huts, people in third world countries, people in children's hospitals, people that was born disfigured are having a reason to be happy and to smile. You don't? Because I don't have this, because I don't have that. But what do you have? What do the enemy specialize in? If I can't shake your motivation, I'm going to attack your memory. I'm going to attack your memory. I'm going to remind you who did you wrong, who betrayed you, who hurt you, who neglected you, who ran away from you, who stole from you. How about you switch that about who celebrated you, who was there for you, who picked you up when you was down, who let you come to their house and they cried with you, who prayed with you. How about you switch that negative into a positive? Because with these holidays around, we're going to get hit with so much things. But that anxiety, that fear, that doubt is an indicator of something that you have fear of. You need to put faith in that. Faith in those situations. Prayer within those situations. Positive reinforcement within those situations. Get you a prayer circle. Same way you have people when you go out to eat, go clubbing. Have some circle to pray with, people to work out with, people to vent to. That's in a healthy space. Because that stuff matters. Don't it? I mean, last time I checked it, do. So I hopped on here because I just wanted to expound on a young lady asked me about how can she be better for a man. And I'm speaking for the people that's in good, healthy relationships. Not the ones that's in the fly by nights and all that. I'm not talking to y'all. I don't want to care about a man. He got it. Say I ain't hear none of that. Keep scrolling because I ain't into that. I explained to her 3 types of love you give a man that'll keep him going. The first type of love is informative love. You want to inform him to rely on provision, which comes from a higher power. Vertical. A higher power. Somebody he needs to rely on to give him provision so he can be a better provider and a protector for her. The second type of love is unconditional. It's when he's struggling. It's when he's rocky. It's when he's uncomfortable. We not feel like himself. Give him that because he needs that. That third type of love It's tough love. That's the accountability. He's going to embrace accountability, that foot on his back, because you know what? You gave him the first two loves to begin with. You gave him that informative love. You gave him that unconditional love. So that accountability love is going to perpetuate him in a better space. And that's the stuff that matters. We talk about relationships so much on what need to be, what she need to be. They got to make this money. How about their principles? How about their spiritual base? How about conflict resolution? Those things matter in the conversation. We don't have to wait till we mad or we're drunk or we fed up to start bringing up issues. We should know how to sit down or work on sitting down. You do it at meetings. At your job, you do it. You do it with your friends when y'all all got the same type of problem, but you can't do it with your significant other. You can learn a lot from your significant other because they expose some weakness in you that you didn't think you had. That pride in you that you think you had. That ignorance in you that you didn't think you had. That sense of entitlement that you didn't think you have. It doesn't matter if you're a good person at work, if you're a bad person at home. It don't matter if you're a dignified person in church, if you're abusive towards your kids. It doesn't matter if you everything to everybody else, but nothing to your loved ones. If we apply the same energy and we do in these sports, in these elections, in this environment periods, into ourselves, and we start tying to how can I be a better me? Every day, this is how I start my day, whether I'm at work or not. I say 2 or 3 minutes and I start exercising gratitude. I take another 3 minutes and I start repenting from things that I've done wrong, and I'm asking for a sense of direction. Then I'll take another 2 or 3 minutes and I start really praying for other people. And then I'll take another 2 minutes, start praying for myself. Then I go back to exercising gratitude. Then I start my day. Then throughout the day, I look for ways so I could be a better servant, where I could listen more, where I could be a little bit more grounded, because that stuff matters. Who can I help? Who can I inspire? Who can I uplift? Because that stuff makes a big difference. It's not about people pleasing. It's about doing things from a sense of discernment. Discernment is seeing behind the presentation, seeing behind the representative, seeing the context clues that leading up to those situations. When you get your boundaries in order, as in know how to say no, know when to walk away, know when to get off the phone, know when to get away from an environment that's affecting you. If I'm in an environment with people that has COVID, pneumonia, a cold, the flu, and I'm sitting around, what do you think will happen to me? If I'm around some individuals who are negative, depressed, irritated, have anger issues, what do you think will happen to me? I'm going to pick up 1, 2, or all those traits. Your environment plays a big role. What you watch plays a big role. What you listen to plays an even bigger role. We promote and push all these narratives of accomplishment that we had. How about your gratitude? How about your serotonin? How about them happy hormones? How about them endorphins? How about the oxytocin? Who did you help? Who did you inspire? Who did you compliment? If we only put more time into celebrating other people's victories like we do ourselves, it'd be amazing things. We love to throw that word around. Narcissist. A person's a narcissist towards you when they're telling you the truth, when they're holding you accountable, when they're telling you wrong, when they want you to change something that's disrupting their peace, and now they're narcissists. We throw these words around so much. They're narcissists. They did say that. They did say that. No, you're emotionally immature. You don't know how to apologize. You don't know how to admit that you're wrong. You don't know how to reflect on how can you be a better you. Because anytime when somebody tell me I'm wrong, my pride will get the best of me. But you know what? I stop and I tell myself, let me listen to them, because they probably teaching me something about myself that I need to learn. My check engine light on. And they're going to give me a diagnostic. And we're going to fact check if this stuff's true, but I'm going to look at it from my principles and from a pure space. And then I'm going to pray about it and make sure there's something I need to work on, because I got to be a better me. I got to be a better man, a better father, a better son, a better servant, a better coach, a better counselor. I got to practice what I preach, because We follow people that are amazing on social media, but you meet them in person, it don't match up. The clothes don't match, the jacket don't match, the lifestyle don't match, the attitude don't match. We post the cars, the jewelry, who I'm dating, what yacht I'm on, what club I'm going to, what part I'm into. But we don't post when moments when we was ignorant, because sometimes we gotta tell our story to somebody. Because somebody out here looking at your story as their survival guide. You have no idea. Your testimony is important. What you've been through, what you made it through, that community, they need you. They need your voice. They need, whether it's in singing, whether it's in daycare, whether it's as a janitor, entrepreneur, a worker, or internship, they need you. You don't know how important you are. We went around here, we got all these tangible things, but we still uncomfortable. We still empty. We still feel negative about ourselves because you haven't put yourself through a detox. Your diet, that gut is telling you something's not right. The intuition is telling you something not right. The instincts is telling you something's not right. We fighting losing battles. We fighting everybody else, but we're not fighting our pride. Fight that pride. Beat that pride up. Put hands and feet on that pride, on that neglect, on that procrastination, on them setbacks. You want to beat your kid because they procrastinating about doing their homework, but you procrastinate when it's time for you to work out. You want to talk about your kids lying at school, but you lie to your significant other every day about where you're going, what you're doing, who you're around. You love to say how you're not fake, but yeah, you are. Your mom, your dad asked you to come and do something, you don't want to do it, so you put that plastic face on because you're so wrapped up with their approval, because you don't love yourself. You're not strong enough to speak up for yourself. I don't play about me. Ain't nobody gonna play me, but you play with your goals. You play with your aspirations. You play with your discipline. You play with you. You play with you. Your anger is really some type of disappointment, some type of bitterness, something that's being suppressed that hasn't came out in the forefront. You still wearing them Halloween clothes, and Halloween's done with. You still got that filter on. You still run around here bothered, left behind, because nobody came to save you. Ain't nobody asked you, did you need some help? Ain't nobody checked on you. And you went around here bleeding and nobody even noticing. Nobody give you no bandages. Nobody give you no ointment. Nobody give you no alcohol, no peroxide. Nobody took you to a hospital to get you checked out. You're important. Your health is important. Your mentality is important. We don't realize how much of the better you are, the more you learn to forgive, because when you're in a toxic, negative, bitter, uncomfortable space, I can't help you. If my car is half dead, I can't take nobody anyway, but guess what we do? We have a busted up car that's dangerous, that's breaking down every block in half, and we picking people up. So now we delaying where they need to go and putting them at risk. Message, you got to understand, when you in your own way, you got to fix you. You got to repair you. You got to heal you. You got to. Your last name is important. Stop with these celebrities. Man, I would have, if I was Mike Tyson, I would have, well, you're who you are right now. The gifts that you have right now, you playing with. If I was LeBron's son, I would, if I had his height, the gifts that you have right now, you playing with. That anger that you have, that sense of entitlement, you need to work on cleansing that. Because you keep blaming people that want to help you grow. You keep blaming people that are inspired in you. They're your sponsors. And you spitting in their face. You a mother, a father, and some of you guys have this impression where when y'all get to a certain place now, y'all can get on social media or y'all would deserve to have a platform, but you like 2 days in and now you talking about trying to give out advice. You need a more deeper experience. Y'all need more depth. Y'all need more depth when it comes to your life. You need more ups and downs of what you've been through. Don't tell me something that you read, something that sounds good. Tell me something that you experienced and equate it to that. Tell me what you made it through and how it looked and what you did. We need these transparent moments. We're not realistic enough towards each other though, but we put out things that sounds good, that look good, because we care about our image, your reputation. That's going to fade away. But your character, your notoriety, your wisdom, your love, your kindness, that's going to be here long after you. Your gifts, your talents, a product is going to be here longer than the person. McDonald's, why they so successful, regardless of what you think about it, because it's a product, right? The product, everywhere it goes, the service, the song, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, it's successful, regardless, however you want to look at it. Cereal is successful. Tony the Tiger, Kellogg's, you think about things that's making it. It's not the talent. Your talent is 10%. If you don't know how to market, if you don't know how to have emotional intelligence or attachment to people, you're not going to thrive. Everybody wrapped up with, I want to be the best. I want to be important. I don't want to be the best. I don't want to be important. I want to have a gift and make it a product. And I want to multiply that stuff everywhere. You know what my goal is in life? Being a good servant, providing jobs for other people. I'm not focused on so much about me making money. I'm focused on about making other people as great as me. I want to make people just as in shape, physically, mentally, and then spiritually. That's my focus. We so wrapped up with you. You want more money. You selfish though. You're not gonna get it. And I want to have 1 million subscribers. How about making $1 million? How about making 1 million people happy? How about walking like how you talk it? How about practicing what you preaching? How about giving yourself the own advice you give other people? Because you give people great advice, but you don't practice it. You don't believe it. It just sound good, and we find these witty words that we put together and we perpetuate out in social media. You giving out the wrong information. Folk, talk about what you're really going through, who you was behind the scenes. You know, we all care about the underdog story. I want to know who you was when you was at your best and you got blindsided. I want to know how you dealt with theft. I want to know how you dealt with betrayal. I want to know how you dealt with heartbreak. And I want to say I want to walk with you in that story and see what you made it through. And how did you make it through that situation? That drug addiction, that porn addiction, the gang life, the prison life. I want to hear about those moments. I tell people, don't come around me if you can't be vulnerable and honest with yourself. If you can't be vulnerable with me and honest with me, I ain't mean you got to hit me with your whole life story, but I don't care about the fights. I want to care about them battles you fight with in the middle of the night. The stuff you deal with in that driveway. The stuff that reason why you can't go to sleep. I want to deal with those unresolved concerns that you've been going through, that you need some help with, or that you got some help with. We all need to pass tools and information around towards each other. We always want to gatekeep. We wonder why we're not making it, why we're not thriving. That's important. Being there for somebody who don't look like you, as in skin tone, gender, social class. That's what I care about. How you treat that waiter, how you treat that waitress, how you treat that person who done you in and you work with, and how you continue to still pray for them and be there for them. That's what I want to hear about. That's what I want to hear about. I want to hear about what you're thankful for. Your problems that you've been through, how'd you make it out of it? Like I said, I had a problem with my car yesterday. And instead of me panicking, you know what I started thinking about? I'm thankful that I have insurance. I'm thankful that I have the means to take care of it. I'm thankful that I can still get to work. I'm thankful that I'm not on the expressway. I didn't lose my life. I didn't take nobody else's life. I'm thankful for those moments. Perspective. I had a moment a week and a half ago with a friend of mine. We had a misunderstanding. But you know what we did? We talked it out as men. You know, when the real strength in the man is having a conversation. It's not always fighting. It's not always grabbing a blicky. It's not always running down on them, putting up cryptic posts. It's talking to them man to man, whether it's on the phone or in person. Establishing where you went wrong at and what y'all can do better. We trying to grow out here the right way. Well, I don't have time to be battling and beefing over my pride. Some of y'all beef that y'all dealing with right now in these gangs or in these hoods, your big homie's lying to you. Sidebar, your big homie is telling you, oh, he stole from you. But you have no idea that beef really started off of somebody sleep with somebody's girl. Or somebody betrayed somebody that was loyal to them. Or the fact that you did some negative, toxic stuff and you don't want to own up to it. So you're misleading these young ones out here. The big homies, the older individuals, start uplifting these people. Your people in your circle. I make sure I make it a daily goal to uplift somebody's posts, celebrate somebody's accomplishment. Let them know I see them, because I've been there and done that. I don't be in here talking about all my accolades and all that good stuff. I'm here to teach. I'm here to help you with your trauma, your relationship, your livelihood, your health, your conflict resolution skills, teach you how to trust more, teach you how to forgive more, teach you how to pray more. That's what my focus is. How can I be a better catalyst in society? How could I turn somebody's garden into a greenhouse? How can I help some relationship become a marriage? How they can really be happy, like how they are when they're going out. I want you to have that same type of excitement in your kids you do in that video game, the same type of excitement you do in your spouse, the same you do when you go clubbing, the same excitement when it comes to your friends as you do these girls trips. That's what I care about. That's what's important. If we just take the time to pass off good information to whether they are friends, whether they are business partners, whether they are associates. We love to talk about, we need to stick together, but what are you doing? Who can you help? Well, I don't know that many people. On social media you do, at your job you do, at your gym you do, at that yoga class you do, at that swimming class you do, at that sewing class, at that cooking class you do, at Sky Zone you do. It's somewhere you can be impactful towards somebody. It's somewhere you can be loving, uplifting to somebody. Somebody you can help. And it's not always money. It could be a smile. It could be a gesture. It could be a half fact. It could be helping somebody with their groceries. Oh, since we on that, men, it's okay when you're outside walking with a female that you stand closest to the curve of the traffic. It's okay to help your woman with groceries. It's okay to do the dishes. It's okay to help with the laundry. It's okay to compliment your female from time to time. Big bro, it's okay. I gotta say on you men though, because at the end of the day, we're the thermostat, not the thermometer. If we start leading more and stop talking about, man, these females don't appreciate it. The ones you're looking at or that you meet them at, it obviously not. They're not gonna be in that club. They're not gonna be at them parties. They're not gonna be at the casinos. Some of them might be in church. Some of them might be in conventions. Some might be in therapeutic spots. Some might be at the gym. Big bro, it's okay to be a gentleman. It's okay to exercise gratitude. It's okay to have principles. You don't have to always talk with your fists. You don't have to always degrade a female to get your point across. You don't have to always challenge a female because they might have an intellectual point and you don't want to honor that. It's okay for a female to drive. You men is too manly, boy. I just gotta be taught. I'm this. If two people in a relationship have a business and you have $1 million company and in her job, she run $1 million accounts, why not let her lead? In some areas, she might be a little bit more proficient than you, and that's okay. She might be a little bit more impactful. She might be a little bit more, she might be just a little bit more better than you. Why can't you accept that? Why can't you honor that? She your better half, right? She your rib. What's your job of a rib? To protect the heart. Come on, man. We talk so much about females. All girls ain't nothing. So what about your mama? What about your sister? What about your daughter? What about your niece? Is she somebody? She can be. Teach young girls that's in your family how to validate their womanhood. Some of these females are looking for love and they trying to find comfort under covers. Some of these guys are trying to find validation by spending. You spending all this money, but you're not spending no time. You spending all this money on these trips, but you haven't opened up to her. She don't know to enter you. Man, I gotta protect me. I just ain't. So you still got that trust, big homie? Still got them trust issues? Cause what happened with you, 6th grade, 7th grade, your mama did, your grandmama. But she know you, but she really don't know you. She really don't know you. That drinking ain't gonna help. That smoking ain't gonna help. You have to really understand. Real strength is being vulnerable. Real strength is apologizing. Real strength is being the legs for your girl when she can't stand. Being the lungs for her when she can't breathe. It's not pandering. It's honoring. You say you love her. If people in relationships focus on, and they competing about how they can love each other better, how they can be better for each other, how can they be more healthy toward each other, you have no idea how powerful that would be in a couple. Relationships are powerful when both take accountability, when both reflect, when both apologize. It was this message I seen years ago when a guy and a girl were in a relationship. She was focused on, she had long hair. She wanted this special type of comb. Now this was like way back when, like the 1800s. She wanted this expensive comb. She asked her man to get it. First thing he said was, I don't know if I can get it because I need a watch from work. I need to get my watch fixed. She said, okay. He went to the store. Instead of him trying to buy another watch, he asked the guy, how much would it cost if I sell this watch? The guy told him. He sold the watch, bought the comb. He come back home with his wife. The wife come out the bathroom. Her hair is bald. He said, why you cut your hair? She said, well, because my hair is expensive and rare in this country. I cut it off and I sold it and bought you the watch that you needed. He sold his watch and bought her the comb she needed. You see the moral of that story? They both were selfless and not selfish. And they sacrificed what they wanted or that they needed for their better health. And that's unity, and that's real love. We always talk about what people ain't, but what people can be. What steps can people take? What people that was in your life that was influential towards you? Everybody wasn't bad. Everybody wasn't negative. Everybody wasn't toxic. You have somebody in your circle. Somebody taught you something. Whether that door was open or that door was closed, you was taught something. You had a lesson in that hallway. You had a lesson in that relationship that made you who you are. That struggle made you. That pain became your passion. That pain became your power. That pain became your perseverance. We always fighting for things that went wrong. Fight to keep going. Fight to get to that destination. Stop letting these distractions, stop letting the world tell you how you need to be. My wife need to be this way. She been being as best as she been now. Stop saying my man need to be this way. He been doing what he been doing so far this long. And all of a sudden you unappreciative. And all of a sudden you're ungrateful. And all of a sudden you want more. You start being realistic with ourselves. Start understanding that I don't get it all figured out. I do need help. I do need to pray more. I do need wise counsel. Every young man, older man that I mentor, I always teach them. You need an older influence to tell you about the history. Somebody your age range to help you go at a certain pace. And somebody younger to mentor because they keep you on point. Focus on respect, honesty, vulnerability, trust, accountability, emotional intelligence. That's important. You don't have to tell a person, I got emotional intelligence. You can regulate your emotion, but you can't regulate hers. You can't regulate when you're doing too much, when your pride's in the way. You can't regulate when your principles are suppressed. You can't regulate when you're showing more of the Superman instead of the Clark Kent. Come on, y'all. You have to do better. Big business.